Hello there, and welcome to Doctor Who Radio Show. That's the way it goes, and with me is
Matrix Lord 212.
And this is big news for classic Doctor Who fans. Finally, after God knows how many months of frustration, and really a sort of trinkling of information about the special, Peter Davison, who played the 5th Doctor between 1982 and 1984, has confirmed, and I repeat, has verbally confirmed 100% that he will be appearing in the 50th anniversary as the cricket celery Doctor from the 1980s.
That's awesome. That's awesome news. I didn't see the thing yet, but I know he had his 50th anniversary script, and he is the father-in-law to David Tennant, because David Tennant is married to the 5th Doctor's daughter, Georgia Moffat. So, Peter Davison is the father-in-law. Peter Davison would know everything there is to know about Doctor Who if David Tennant was going to be in it. So it's only natural that if David Tennant was in the 50th anniversary special, so would Peter Davison. So I think that's awesome news.
Now that probably gives us hope that other Doctors will be appearing. And oddly enough, early this week there was this funny picture of Peter Davison and Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor, standing outside the BBC with looking like some sort of protest for classic Doctors. It's like a publicity stunt or something. Or perhaps
maybe they could put that on the DVD extras, that they made a joke that they got in there because they protested.
Well, that might have been a little clue, a sort of reference to them being it.
Could be. So, I knew that was a phony thing, because that night Peter Davison and David Tennant gave Stephen Moffat an award. So if that was really real, they would be pretty pissed off on the award ceremony in front of a live studio audience, I guess, or millions of people, because all over the world people were probably watching that somewhere. So I doubt, if that was a real protest, I'm going to be handing him an award. So I'm pretty sure that that was like a comedy sketch or something for a DVD extra, but I do feel he's in the 50th. I mean, if David Tennant's in there, it's like 95% certainty he would be in there. So that's
every
pretty cool.
Single Doctor, when asked whether it's 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8, have denied that they've even been approached. So
the only Doctor I'm worried about not being in it is Christopher Eccleston, but then again, that could be a ruse too, that he is in it. So I'm hoping we get to see what's going on. I expect to see the 8th Doctor regenerate into the 9th, Christopher Eccleston, but then again, I don't know what the story is with Christopher Eccleston, but we know that Peter Davison's in it, so that's good enough for me.
Do you think it was always intended from the very start that past Doctors should appear, or was
think Moffat
was it because fans got pissed off that there wouldn't be?
I think that Moffat loves for us to be pissed off. He loves it. He gets off on it. I think that he wants everybody yelling at him and everything, because he's the one that knows the truth, and he's laughing in the background. Ha ha ha, Doctor Who fans. So, I mean, I'm hoping it's that way. I mean, I kind of think that he wouldn't have the classic guys in the 50th, because, he wants to move forward, and, while I'm not crazy about the whole John Hurt being a missing Doctor thing, because that's kind of treading on my classic series, which I grew up on. I don't like altering the past in that sense, but I am going to be glad if all the classic Doctors represent in the 50th anniversary. And if they are in it, then it will be a complete 50th anniversary for me. I'll be very satisfied and happy. If they're not in it, at least we get David Tennant, hopefully, Peter Davison, a few things, but I can't wait for the 50th anniversary. I think everybody agrees that they can't wait to see it, so it's going to be awesome.
So, I was thinking about this earlier. Let's say in the 50th anniversary, all the other Doctors have an appearance, a cameo, in some form or another. That would mean, in a sense, we've actually got 2, not 1, but 2 anniversary specials. We've got the BBC 50th anniversary featuring, the classic Doctors making a sort of cameo, like in Generations, at the start of the film with, Scotty and
Kirk, and
yeah, and then we have Light at the End, which is the main classic
The audio.
Doctor's anniversary. So
Right.
I just wonder whether that story might play in somehow into the 50th anniversary.
I'm wondering if the 50th is going to leak into the Christmas, and then the Christmas special of this classic Doctors, maybe as holograms in the TARDIS, or holographic paintings of the Doctors and them just talking. I mean, who's to say that they can't put that the Christmas special isn't longer than 45 minutes, and that they can have the classic Doctors leaked into the Christmas special, because he's pondering regeneration, he's pondering what is he going to be, and he refers to this room where it has all his holograms of all of themselves. So maybe that's a thing that they could have in the 50th anniversary, not 50th anniversary, the Christmas special, where if it's 60 minutes long, you could have 15 minutes of him doing that, like talking to his past selves, through paintings, and then he's going to regenerate. So don't be too surprised if why just have the classic Doctors at 50th? Why not have him for the Christmas special? If it's going to be bigger than 45 minutes, why not?
Well, with this death, if it's true that Hurt was technically the real Ninth Doctor, it would be the end of his life full stop. So maybe the expression, you see your life flashing before you, in his case it'll be, I'm going to see my lives flashing in front of you.
It could be that the Doctor and Clara escape. They escape the time stream. John Hurt's Doctor is right behind. He leaps out. They say, you can't do this because it'll be paradox. And technically, the Doctors are paradox because he's still alive. So they need to get him back into the time stream, and that could connect with the Time War and everything else, because John Hurt shouldn't exist. So he got out of the time stream. So that's what could be for the 50th. And then when they put him back in, he's sort of like, as the 8th regenerating to the 9th, you kind of see it for a couple of seconds, him in the form of regeneration, but it skips right past him to the 9th. I expect to see something like that. That's what I expect to see.
So presumably all of them are going to appear, hopefully.
I just expect, because the Time Lords are dead, I expect maybe like the regeneration doesn't get complete, and he's like the halfway point between the.
It would be a major letdown in the 50th if they didn't appear, and they would have to have something substantial. It would be clever to, give them something meaningful to do. I just think it's rather clever to sort of keep it all, keeping all the sort of juicy details under wraps to the last minute almost, or at least a month before, would get people's excitement to a fever pitch. And
also the poster. The poster has clues in it, because me on the Real Whovians cast yesterday, on the the 129th episode, me and the Ronnie found out hidden characters in the poster of the 50th anniversary. Looks like either other Doctors, as well as maybe the Silence, and then maybe Omega or the Cybermen. You got to really look in the clouds, because it looks like you could see an ear, you could see a collar. There's an upside down face, and it looks like something like the face on Mars, where it could be a Cyberman, could be Omega on the other side, on David Tennant's side. So you got to look at the Real Whovians Cast 129, because we
like in the 60s when stoned hippies looked at albums to see if there were hidden meanings.
Right, there's hidden. We believe there's hidden things in the poster of the 50th anniversary.
If you play the episode back like Beatles albums, you'll hear, satanic verses or something like that.
Right.
Hidden messages. Paul is dead type thing. Moffat is dead. I buried him. Or something like that. They might release another few posters for it, like alternative ones.
I think we'll have a Rose, Tyler, and a Clara poster with the Brigadier. Well,
like a sort of companions version of it, if you like. Or perhaps even past Doctors ones, with the
like maybe there's like 5 posters that connect into one, and we're only seeing one poster. Maybe they have the classic Doctors on the other side, they have the villains on the other side. Sort of like they had Doctor Who magazine, they had 5 posters that connected into one when it was like Stolen Earth and Journey's End. So, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing the Candyman or Hemovor's return or something like that. Yeah, that'd be rather cool.
Yeah, no. I gotta go, Dave. I gotta catch my bus.
Well, thank you, Matrix Lord 212. Thank you.
I'm sorry, dude.
And thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
And until next time, keep hooing.